keep YouTube up on your phone. I'm going to keep Facebook up.
Gotcha.
Even though I've got one bar.
That's all I have too.
AT&T?
Verizon.
Dang,
It's just being in the school.
Suck.
Being in the school.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't even believe it. I'm spinning.
Fuck it. That's it. Jump ball stays with Northmor.
No, back to Galion.
Oh, I was looking at the bonus.
Got to get the ball in, though. Same thing they did in the J or the freshman game to win it.
Yeah. The city is up in the madness. The people is giving the damage. They turn into animal savage. So rhinos and hippos and mammoths. The hero is coming, I'm locked in. You know that I'm winning, I'm top 10. You know that
Jump on the guest Wi-Fi.
You want it, you get it, you drop dead. The rebel who came from the bottom. My enemies know that I got it. I'm planting my seeds in gardens. Then watching
Well, when you get it, make sure you let me know what it is.
Greatness was always in my plans. Battle the kid is white flag. Not on my level where I stand. Got it, I'm shooting a hot hand. Out of the gym, I was locked out. I failed, the kid was a dropout. I changed the game and it's up now. The city that need me is clear now. The people is giving the damage. The people is giving the Sandman, I can tap dance through the energy blast. Run flat, never pop your orbit. I keep energy in storage. I see spinning the globe, my fingertip itch. If I could pluck the earthquake hit, look at the wrist, look at your body, I shake it and shift. Big fish in a small pond, Godzilla with a boot on. I step into your lawn, turn skyscrapers into croutons. Hit the button going high speed, need a megaphone to announce me. I move through the pygmies and the top pick, gotta pick fleas. Sit back, better breathe deep. Look around and they looking at me. 10 toes still never defeat. Push button never needed a key. I see they ain't ready for me. Hot boy still 100 degrees. I cross eyes and I dotted the T's. E&D till I leave in peace. The people is giving the damage. The people is giving the The people is giving the damage. The people is giving the
All right, I'm going to jump on and do a scene setter. Test, 1, 2. From all of us here at the OH Report, we want to wish you a happy Monday. Whatever you're celebrating today, whether it's the federal holiday providing you this day off, or the installment of a new president for Inauguration Day, or if you're prepping for some college football game everyone's gung-ho about tonight, or if you're Northmor head coach Boyd Tackett tuning in, about to have a baby. We've got something else to celebrate here on the OH Report today. A surprisingly rare crossroad rivalry takes place as the Galion Tigers take the trip down US 19 to play the Northmor Golden Knights. And it's all live and free next.
Hey, Travis, what's up?
Oh, not much. What's that sound?
Just working on some long overdue improvements here. Whoa. Fit for a Hall of Famer. Hi, I'm Joe Baylog. Tune into The Joe Show every Wednesday night here on the OH Report.
First Federal Community Bank is excited to offer the Ohio Home Buyers Plus program, and it's meant to offer an above market interest rate to help the potential home buyer in their journey towards home ownership.
We've got great rates, especially for first-time home buyers. Here at First Federal Community Bank, we are here to make the home buying experience smooth and stress-free.
As a community bank, we're excited to offer this account to help fulfill the dream of owning a home. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Home and kitchen supply, we're building our future with you.
Contractors and do-it-yourselfers, this is Jeff Flowers from Home and Kitchen Supply, here to remind you that we are your best source for kitchens, baths, windows, doors, floors, and more. Quality products, friendly service, great prices. You owe it to yourself to give us a try. You will be glad you did. That's Home and Kitchen Supply, 163 North Diamond Street, downtown Mansfield. We're building our future with you.
And welcome back live and free on the OH Report for your pregame show brought to you by First Federal Community Bank. Jonathon Langdon alongside John Banks here this afternoon as we move this game up a little bit. I don't know why we did that. I think it may have to do with some college football game going on tonight.
I think there's a lot of people in the gym, and I think we all know what they're going to be doing when this game's over. But let's hope we got an exciting varsity game, just like we just watched an exciting JV game. And I was here for a very exciting freshman game this morning, too.
Yeah, and I think we do, not just because of what we're going to see on the floor tonight, just the fact that these two teams, so close in proximity, don't play each other nearly as much as I think they should. Just their 12th all-time meeting, Galion and Northmor.
Last year it came down to a buzzer beater. Galion wins last year's game on a buzzer beater at Galion. 2 years ago, Northmor wins a close one here. It's always a great game between these two. And talking to Coach Maddox, the acting head coach today, he said you never know what to expect. Galion's schedule being so brutal, hey, they could be 6-4 or 2-10 like they are. It just depends from night to night.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and talk a little bit more in depth about this Galion Tigers team. You're going to see this record, 2-10. It's a little concerning for Galion fans and for some people tuning into this game thinking that this may be an easy one for Northmor. I promise you it is not. This is a tough team, as you see in the graphic here. 4 of their 10 losses have been decided by 5 points or fewer. 2 of those games against one of the better teams in the MOAC in Shelby.
Yeah, they lose 2 games to Shelby by 4 points. I mean, 2 of their more lopsided losses this year coming at the hands of the Colonel Crawford Eagles, who last I looked, they were like number 4 in the Martin RPI in Division 6. Shelby, who's a top-ranked team in their division, you play the likes of Pleasant, you play Clear Fork, you play Harding. They don't take no slouches on their schedule, and Northmor, there's a reason they schedule them when they schedule them.
Yeah, and then Galion, this team's led by a pretty solid group, but I think one that we're going to focus in today on is Dom Capretta, averages just under 10 points a game, 5.5 rebounds as well, standing 6'2", just a sophomore as well. This guy's got a lot of time to grow. Especially in a season like this where it's not going your way. You could try some new things. Dom Capretta has been one of those new things for Coach Sanders.
Yeah, Dom's one of those kids. He's going to come out. He's going to give his all. A lot of the key players for this Galion Tigers team are sophomores. They're a sophomore-heavy class. They got 3 seniors on the roster, Jackson Manley, 4 seniors, Jack Reinhardt, Jackson Manley, Quinn Miller, Max Albert, and then also Brent Walker. Other than that, it's all sophomores.
Yeah, it's a very young team that we saw win both the freshman and the JV game before this. That's what we were alluding to earlier. So Northmor, they're 0-2 so far today, looking to get a win out of their varsity squad that has been playing pretty darn well this season, sitting 7-3, headed up by Blade Tackett, but he is not in attendance today. Kind of talked about it in our scene setter, but he's set to have a baby today. So Justin Maddox is the fill-in for this group today.
Hey, congratulations to the Tacketts on another one. Hope everything goes well. Hope the baby's healthy. Hope mom does well. But Coach Maddox now has to step up and take that task that Coach Tackett takes every night, and that's to lead this Golden Knights squad to a victory.
Yeah, they just completed a season sweep with their KMAC rivals, Mount Gilead. Talked about how close Galion is to the north, just as close to Mount Gilead to the south. So they get that win, 48-40. They beat Loudonville the game before. They fall to a solid Fredericktown team. KMAC and MOAC, they differ quite a bit, but at the top, Fredericktown is at the top, so a loss there by 10. You're not looking down on yourself too much for it.
No, you've lost 3 games all year. You lose to Fredericktown, who's right now the best team in the KMAC. They're 2 completely different conferences, but they're very similar when it comes to top half and bottom half.
Now looking at the Northmor Golden Knights and their player spotlight, the second leading scorer in the KMAC is Jax Wenger, 18.7 points per game, 8.4 rebounds per game. We talk about this guy on the football field, talk about him here on the basketball court, but what does he bring to this team just with his presence on the basketball team, Josh?
It's just leadership. He is a phenomenal leader. He's a great athlete. We've seen him how many times win our player of the week in football this year. And he's one of those guys that can do it on the basketball floor too. And I think their success on the football field has allowed him to become an even bigger leader and an even better leader for Coach Tackett and this Golden Knights basketball squad.
Yeah, so Jax Wenger, 18.7 points per game, as we said, 17 points in their last win against Mount Gilead just this past weekend. Take one more quick break and come back with our keys to victory along with your starting lineups and tip-off here live and free on the OH Report.
Coach B.
Hey, Travis, what's up?
Oh, not much. What's that sound?
Just working on some long overdue improvements here.
Whoa.
Fit for a Hall of Famer. Hi, I'm Joe Baylog. Tune into the Joe Show every Wednesday night here on the OH Report.
First Federal Community Bank is excited to offer the Ohio Home Buyers Plus program, and it's meant to offer an above market interest rate to help the potential home buyer in their journey towards home ownership.
We've got great rates, especially for first-time home buyers. Here at First Federal Community Bank, we are here to make the home buying experience smooth and stress-free.
As a community bank, we're excited to offer this account to help fulfill the dream of owning a home. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Home and kitchen supply, we're building our future with you.
Contractors and do-it-yourselfers, this is Jeff Flowers from Home and Kitchen Supply, here to remind you that we are your best source for kitchens, baths, windows, doors, floors, and more. Quality products, friendly service, great prices. You owe it to yourself to give us a try. You will be glad you did. That's Home and Kitchen Supply, 163 North Diamond Street, downtown Mansfield. We're building our future with you.
And welcome back to the Castle tonight as Northmor takes on Galion, live and free on the OH Report, brought to you by First Federal Community Bank. Thanks to all of our sponsors bringing you this coverage here today. Thanks to Andy Bauer, your Edward Jones financial advisor, First Federal Community Bank, North Central State College, the Northmor Athletic Boosters, and Home and Kitchen Supply. Let's go ahead and take a look at these starters for both sides. Starting with the Galion Tigers, they will start Jamison Glue, a sophomore 6-foot guard wearing number 1. Number 2, Dominic Capretta also gets the start. Our player spotlight today, the sophomore 6'2 forward. Also getting the start, Christian Bear wearing number 15 as a 6'3 forward, a sophomore. Quinn Miller, a senior 6'2 forward, number 23. And then the senior 6-foot forward, Max Albert, wearing number 24. Galion's 2-10 on the year. Their head coach is Tyler Sanders. And then for the Northmor Golden Knights here at home today, they'll start A.J. Bauer, a 6'1 guard, as a senior wearing number 1. Number 3, Jax Wenger, a senior 6'2 guard. Number 4, Trevor Brubaker, a junior 6-foot guard. And then another junior 6'1 guard, Trevor Black, wearing number 5. And Bo Landon is your big fella down low, the senior 6-foot forward, wearing number 20. Jonathon Langdon alongside Josh Banks. Tip-off just about set to get underway. We won't show you our keys to the game, but we'll kind of just talk about them before tip-off here. But first to jump, we'll have Christian Bear, but the tip is won by Jax Wenger. Keys to victory for Northmor, who will bring it down the floor. Just talking about defense to quick offense, and then also I saw a quote from Jeremiah Smith, just talking about the Ohio State game, of course, because that's coming up later tonight. Here's Wenger for 3. He rattles one home to start this evening's activities, this afternoon's activities. But one of the quotes I saw, Josh, was, if you're going to play man, be ready. And I think that's the case for Galion as well against this Northmor team that plays really well against man.
Yeah, if you're going to play man against Northmor, you got to be ready for it. I spoke with assistant coach Spencer Hartley before the game. He said, hey, we're going to face guard. Max Albert's going to knock down a 3. we're going to face guard Jax Wenger and let somebody else beat us. Well, Jax Wenger's already got a 3 on the board.
Yeah, but Galion does as well as they get a 3 from Max Albert, 3-3, with just a minute gone here in quarter number 1. Trevor Brubaker brings it back to the top, kicks it far side corner. Another 3 falls here early in the castle. Trevor Black that time.
You live by the 3, you die by the 3, and these teams are both living by it here early on, but the first tournament of the game is going to send it back to Northmor.
Yeah, Christian Bear could not handle the pass. That ended up trickling out of bounds over towards the scorer's table. So Northmor 6, Galion 3. As we see Brubaker hold on to the basketball. They'll go into Langdon, drop step move, tried to bank it home, too much off the glass. Rebound down by Albert, who hit the 3 earlier in the game. Extra pass, here is Bear in the corner, misses short. Rebound, however, there's our player spotlight. Capretta getting on the offensive glass. Ball swings around to the top of the key for 3, shot no good. Rebound by Northmor.
But Langdon gets that rebound. Albert tried to come around the backside and take it from him. Northmor going to look to push. It's tipped out of bounds off of Capretta, and it's really going to be a game of rebounds. And I think what you said is best. If Northmor can turn their defense to quick offense, they're going to be able to really handle business here at the castle.
Black thought about another 3 in the same spot he hit the last. He'll keep the basketball moving. Finds Brubaker. Euro step right to the basket off glass.
Great move there by Brubaker. Got to his strong hand. Took the contact from Capretta and finished.
Shout out to the Northmor Athletic Boosters giving you that second look here this afternoon. Lob over top. They went for the layup with their big fella Albert. Could not connect. Ball ends up with Bear. Misses his first shot. Gets the rebound. Puts it back up and in.
Another offensive rebound for the Tigers. Their third.
Yeah, they had 2 on that possession alone.
Yep.
5:22 left here in quarter number 1 as Northmor still fighting early on with this Galion team. Very scrappy, even with the disparity of records as they find Bo Langdon underneath.
Great pass down low to find Bo Langdon. They tried to double the ball. He found the open guy, and Bo finished.
Galion, like we said, 2-10 on the year. If you're just joining us, they've struggled in conference play at 1-7, but they have still looked really strong as there is a nice drive. Count it, and the foul for Jamison Glue.
Great job by Jamison Glue. He took the little dribble handoff, got to the rim, finished through contact, which is going to be very important for this Galion team. Finish through contact, and you got to convert the free throw.
And the free throw falls through. We talked about it too, Josh. This Galion team is extremely young.
Yes. Yes, they are very young. They have 5 seniors on the roster, as that's going to be stolen away by Glue.
Glue gets cut off, loses the basketball and his footing. Scooped up by Wenger. Wenger, no-look pass, actually did find Langdon down low. And there he is, 12-8. Bo Langdon already off to a solid start, leads the team with 4.
Bo's got 4, and it's on assist. They're collapsing hard. They're finding the open man. Bear's going to attempt another one, still can't knock it down.
Hauled in by Wenger. He leads the break. Langdon up ahead. Stopped in his tracks, finds Wenger, but has it blocked out of bounds.
Coach Sanders over there kind of getting into the guys, get back, better defense. But this Northmor team wants to run the floor, and they're doing it effectively here in the early goings.
Nice pass inside. Jax Wenger scores again.
Wenger's up to 5 now.
Had a high-scoring first quarter so far, 14-8. Quick off the inbound. Galion wasn't ready. First foul of the game for Galion will go on Max Albert. Only foul thus far on Northmor as on Brubaker earlier in the game as Jax Wenger makes the three-point play, 15-8. Galion down 7 with the basketball.
Galion's got to really focus on not committing turnovers. Don't give Northmor the run-out opportunities that they're looking for, as there's another one right there as Capretta lost it.
Scooped up by Brubaker. Slows up the pace. Newly installed Cole Cuffman had the basketball for a moment. Gets it right back to his junior Brubaker. Spins around the first defender. Nice feed inside to Langdon, but rejected, yes. Good steal by Bear to get the block, but Northmor gets it back, and Wenger scores on the elbow.
Who else to hit that shot but Jax Wenger?
Wenger now has 8. He has exploded in the last couple of possessions.
He's got their last 5.
Capretta cut off, finds a teammate inside, keeps his pivot alive, cannot bank it home. Albert no good on the basket.
Can't find the hoop right now. The Galion Tigers hit their first couple shots.
Wenger loses the basketball, taken away. Bear on the break, one with him. It was just Wenger, could not quite get the block, and a layup goes in for Galion. It's a timeout also called by Galion. In a 17-10 ball game where we're seeing Northmore's explosive offense, as I just said, explode.
Yes.
But Galion, they're getting their looks too.
They're hanging in there. Their worry right now is you cannot allow Northmor to push this lead to double digits in quarter number 1. They're the type of team that they will press. Galion will press you. They will try to get out and run. But when they do pressure you, it leads to a lot of turnovers on their own end because they try to get out and get moving so quickly. They overthink, they overplay, they dribble too much, and you can't afford to do that against this Northmor squad as they've already got 4 turnovers here in the first quarter.
See A.J. Bauer on your screen, or excuse me, Jax Wenger on your screen. 8 points for him in just the first quarter of play. Brubaker will bring it up the floor for the Golden Knights. He'll find Jax right away. Catch it on a flare screen, takes another screen, pick and roll. Ball just goes right through the hands, however, of Isaac Kincaid, who has just checked into the ball game.
Isaac Kincaid, a 6'4" post player for the Golden Knights.
Newly installed Colton Flynn on Galion's end. Gives it back off to his point guard, Jamison Glue, through 2 defenders. Could not keep his balance. Other way, Brubaker spins around the defender, can't get the layup. Rebound by Flynn. Flynn back to Glue, baseline drive rejected.
Jax Wenger with the rejection, and that's just timing by Jax. He didn't go into his body, he waited for him to elevate, and he's knocked the ball right out of his hands. That's great defense.
So baseline out of bounds for the Tigers. Galion looking for some offense out of this timeout. Nothing has been scored for either side since that was called.
Clark misses his first shot attempt on the floor, ends up in the hands of Bear.
And then
Bear's
another turnover.
Lose it. Yep, their 5th.
Wenger passes up ahead. Trevor Black, he's cut off, lobs it over to his teammate. Cross-court pass, Wenger, right wing triple. It's a swish.
Jax Wenger's up to 11, and it's a 10-point Northmor advantage.
Yeah, Northmor has doubled Galion's score early in this game. 1:49 to go in the first. Another corner 3 left open is Bear, and he gets that one to fall.
Christian Bear now with 7 for the Tigers.
Wenger splits a double, goes right at the cup, floats it up and in.
Jax Wenger showing why he's the second leading scorer in the KMAC in this contest today.
Catch at the top of the key for Brant Walker, who's checked into the game, goes back to Bear, and Bear's got back-to-back threes.
Hey, Christian Bear's scoring right alongside Jax Wenger as he's into double figures now with 10.
It is a 6-point game. Black, catch and shoot. Couldn't get his second 3 of the night, of the afternoon. I'm going to catch myself saying that numerous times here today. Pass taken away here, Kaufman. It's a 2-on-0. One gets back, though, on defense. A solid block
Weston
by
Clark.
Yes. Weston Clark gets in there.
Bo Landon's going to check back into the game, replacing Kincaid.
Yeah, so it'll stay with Northmor on the baseline. Wenger immediately goes to Black. Gives it back to Jax, doubled in the corner. Throws it away. Bauer inside, Black. Nice little floater at the block.
And here's the thing, if you double Jax Wenger, that's his leadership and his playmaking ability. He's going to find his open teammate, and they're still going to get points on every possession.
Flynn maneuvers, finds Bear. Hot hand for Galion, feeds it off. There's another three that goes down for Galion. That time, that's in by number 12, Weston Clark.
I spoke with you pregame before we came on the air and said these Tigers live and die by the three-point ball, and we are seeing that here in the first quarter.
A foul on the play with 11 seconds left on the clock, so Northmor will reset, likely get the last shot of the quarter.
It would definitely be what Coach Maddox wants. One shot here. Don't give Galion an opportunity to cut this lead down anymore.
Jax inbounds, finds Langdon, gets it right back. Sitting on the left wing with 8 seconds to shoot. Cuffin will set a screen. Jax doubled, feeds, Langdon keeps his pivot back to Jax. He's fouled from behind.
They're going to get Clark for his second. Interesting call, though. An official right there on the baseline by the play, but he came over top of him with that offhand, and it's one of those calls where, hey, one official might see it as a foul, one might not. You can't do it either way.
First free throw falls for Northmor, 25-19. Jax now has 14 on the night.
I don't think Jax Wenger has missed a shot yet.
I think I'm right there with you. I don't think he has either, but you just jinxed him at the free throw line. Buzzer sounds. Jax goes 1 for 2 at the line. He will end the quarter with 14 points, 25 for Northmor, as they lead it by 6 going into the second quarter on the OH Report. Got a shootout here from the Castle today. Northmor 25, Galion 19. We're just starting the second quarter.
These are normally halftime scores.
Galion will start with the basketball on offense, wearing blue today. Northmor with the solid defense, playing a 1-3-1 right now, Josh.
Yeah, and if you're Galion, don't get in the corner. That's where they want to trap you at. Attack from the wings, find the corners, find the backdoor guy. They're going to call a blocking foul.
That was a late whistle.
Very late whistle.
Falling to the ground, Kaufman will pick it up.
Running that 1-3 run, attack the wings, force them to collapse on you, and you got to have your shooters in the corner. Your open shots are going to be in the short corner for Galion against this 1-3-1.
Nothing inside. They have to lob it over top, and that will end up out of bounds. They were going for Capretta.
Albert throws it away. The 6th Tiger turnover. 2 for Northmor.
Ball security, that's been the name of the game so far today. That's what has Northmor up 6 on the scoreboard. Brubaker just 2 points in the first quarter. He feeds to Langdon, who had 4 in the first frame. Lobs over top. Wenger, he has had the hot hand, goes up in the air, did not shoot the basketball, so it looks like a jump ball. So
call a jump ball. It'll stay with Northmor.
Baseline inbound lob over to Langdon, nearly lost it. Ends up in the hands of Wenger. Pull up just in front of the free throw line, and his hot shooting from the field continues.
Hey, other than a missed free throw, he hasn't missed a shot from the field yet, Jonathon.
It looks like now we got a whistle and a stoppage. There's a cut on him. What looks like it's A.J. Bauer that may have a cut on him that they have to go take care of.
It's like on the knee.
Yep, so Trevor Black will check in. No foul there. Just an official stoppage as Galion will take it now. Down 8 after that bucket on the other end for Jax Wenger.
There's that corner. Now kick it to the other corner. Too much dribbling.
Bear tried to drive, ends up keeping it here for Galion. Capretta, top of the key, dribbles right into the zone, lobs it over. 3 for Galion. Can't get that one. They were hot shooting in the first quarter. Second quarter, not so much so far. Lob over top. This will be tipped out last off of the Tigers.
Albert tried to play free safety there and come over and get the turnover. It's off of Albert. It'll stay with Northmor. And Northmor can't do anything wrong right now.
Especially on this end of the floor. We'll see if they can score yet again. Gate screen doesn't get Wenger too open. He'll lob over to Kaufman, who is cut off on the baseline. Nice hands, active hands by number 22, Jack Reinhardt, newly installed for Galion. This will stay with Northmor, however.
Reinhardt, one of those seniors, not going to give you a lot of points, but he will play great on-ball defense.
Wenger eyes up his defender. Cross-court pass is perfect for Black. Floater, short, no good. Fight for the rebound, stays with Northmor. Out to Kaufman in the corner for 3. And no, Bear the rebound. It was a good look for Northmor, just couldn't knock it down. Here comes the Tigers. Capretta, drive, kick. Bear looking for his third triple of the day.
And he's got it. He's up to 13 points, and that's the Tigers' 5th 3-ball of the afternoon.
So timeout by Northmor this time. Both sides will have 4 to go. And a 27-22 ball game. Josh, what have you been impressed with the most? We can go with both sides, so we'll start with Northmor. What have you been impressed with?
Jax Wenger's leadership. I talked about it when we talked about the player spotlight. His ability to, yes, he has 16 points right now. He just came off the floor. He's their leading scorer, but he's also assisted on the other baskets as well. He does a great job of playing smart basketball. He knows what the defense is going to do, and he makes the right read to find the open guy, whether it's himself or somebody else.
And now let's just check in on Galion and their keys to victory. We didn't get to show this so far, but control the tempo, first quarter offense. What's your progress report on them?
19 points in the first quarter is a really, really good number, but when you give up 25, it makes it kind of tough. Control the tempo, I mean, they're up to 6 turnovers now here in the first half. They got to do a better job of taking care of the basketball, but they're shooting it at a very good clip right now from beyond the 3-point line. That may not continue all night, though.
Yeah, shout out to First Federal Community Bank, our pregame, halftime, and postgame sponsor, showing you those keys to the game. Thanks also to Andy Bauer, Edward Jones Financial Advisor, North Central State College, the Northmore Athletic Boosters, and Home and Kitchen Supply. Bringing you this coverage on MLK Day, an early Monday matinee today. Under 6 minutes left in the second quarter. Kaufman drives, kicks it around, and now in the hands of Brubaker up top.
Be interesting to see where the Northmore offense comes from with Wenger on the bench.
Another drive and kick. This time it's A.J. Bauer in the corner.
Question answered. A.J. Bauer, the quarterback, knocks down a corner 3.
Other way. You talked about this guy in the JV game, and here he is knocking down a 3, Parker Tinch.
24 points in the JV game, and he comes out staying hot in the varsity game.
Yeah, something you said, Josh, as Langdon inside draws a foul. He's going to shoot 2 free throws. You said Tinch with his hot shooting, you wouldn't be surprised at all if Sanders finds some time for him today just to keep that hot hand going.
The big thing with Galion, and I'll allude to it again, their sophomore class, they're sophomore heavy. I mean, we have the rosters in front of us. They have 5 seniors, 1 junior on the roster. The rest of the roster is sophomores. Their JV roster is sophomore heavy. Those sophomores only get limited JV minutes because they play at the varsity level. Tinch is one of those. He played 4 quarters of JV. He's only got 2 quarters of varsity left. He's going to have to be crucial in those 2 quarters.
Bo Landon splits the pair. He's got 5 here on the day. Northmore 31, Galion 25. So far the Tigers keeping up with this high-scoring affair the Northmor Golden Knights have been able to put to the table so far today at home. Drive by Capretta, an extra
He's going to get
step.
called for a travel.
Yeah, it just looked funny from up here. Everybody knew it, except maybe Capretta.
He tried to jump stop when he got into the lane. He couldn't quite control the jump stop, so he just took the extra step, hoping he could get away with an NBA crow hop. He didn't.
There won't be many eyes on the NBA today, so did not work that time. Jax Wenger back into the ball game for some offense. Picks up the mess from Brubaker, gets it right back to him. Brubaker drives left, gets into the free throw line area, kicks it inside. Kincaid had to go back out with it, didn't have anything. Goes to Black, a floater will hit off the rim, off the backboard, and then in.
A great shot by Black to get the floater to go.
Capretta will try again after traveling on the last possession. Kick out for three. Another one falls for Galion. Colton Flynn.
Their 7th three-pointer of the half.
How many's Northmor got?
4.
11 threes have fallen here with just 4 minutes to go in the first half. What an offensive showing, and it continues through this possession with A.J. Bauer.
A.J. Bauer with a great shot.
I think these teams might have to play at 2:30 a little more often.
Hey, they are both hot on the offensive end. There's a rebound for Northmor and a run out.
Brubaker misses the layup short. Kincaid couldn't get the rebound. Ends up with Bear. Bear on the break. Euro step. Lays it up with the left. Nice little move by Galion to bring it within 5 again.
Christian Bear up to 15 on the afternoon. Wenger has it now, and he's got it. He's the guy for Northmor right now. Whether it's offensively, defensively, getting a shot or getting a teammate involved.
Max Albert, the defense, forces a pass out. Black, baseline drive, didn't have anything. Ball swings around. A.J. Bauer lobs it and throws it away.
Tried to get it to Kincaid. Capretta does a great job defensively. Tigers can cut it to 2, maybe 3 on this possession.
Another 3 falls for Galion. It's Parker Tinch's second of the day, and all in the second quarter. And we're back to a one-possession game, folks. 35-33, Northmor still with the edge. Jax Wenger, catch and shoot. First, oh no, I was about to say it was his first miss of the day, but the rim had other plans.
Their 5th triple, 13 threes.
And Jax has 19. Bear, nice up fake, and he draws a foul going into a crowd. And Bear's able to do that because he's already hit 3 threes in this game. So gets the defender in the air, and that will be the second team foul, first on Kincaid, who will take a seat. Brubaker returns to the contest. Or it may have been Bauer that came in. I missed that substitution. Tinch will try again, this time in and out.
Walker almost came away with the rebound there.
Under 2 minutes to go. Northmor 38, Galion 33. Brubaker catches his defender on a flyby and finds Langdon inside. Northmor 40, Galion 33. Quinn Miller brings it back out to the volleyball line. Tinch baseline drive, kick. That ball deflected. It will stay on this end. Breaking down the scoring, leading the way for Northmor. If you're just joining us, Jax Wenger has 19 here in just the first half. On the other end, Christian Bear has 15 in the first half. So 2 top scorers breaking away here today.
Yeah,
that one rattles in for Quinn Miller.
They're doing a great job on both ends of the floor. These guys are of just doing everything right.
Parker Tinch has 6 for Galion as well, 7 each for Bo Langdon, and then also Trevor Black on Northmor's side. Brubaker just 2. He'll step into a 3 here, try to join the scoring action. That time can't get it. Nice rebound, and Bauer ends up with the basketball and knocks down the mid-range jumper. He's now over 20 with 21.
Still yet to miss a field goal attempt.
Quite the day for Jax Wenger. 40 seconds to go. Can Galion keep up with this Northmor offense? Bear, catch and shoot would be his 4th triple. No, And look who flies in for the rebound, Jax Wenger.
I mean, none other than, right? The kid does it all.
Could very well see Northmor hold for this final shot. With a 7-point lead, in a game like this, you would happily take a 9, maybe even 10-point lead into the locker rooms.
Well, and I expect this ball to end up right back in the hands of Jax Wenger for the last shot of this half.
Brubaker's cut off. Face guard of Jax Wenger. He finally gets a basketball with 5 to go. Bear defends. 3 seconds. A heat check from deep. Misses to the left. And that, folks, is his first miss of the night. He ends the first half with 21 of Northmor's 42 points. It's 42-35 as Northmor, their best in Galion so far here in the first half. We'll take a break and talk about the numbers live and free on the OH Report.
Hey, Travis, what's up?
Oh, not much. What's that sound?
Just working on some long overdue improvements here.
Whoa.
Fit for a Hall of Famer. Hi, I'm Joe Baylog. Tune into the Joe Show every Wednesday night here on the OH Report.
First Federal Community Bank is excited to offer the Ohio Home Buyers Plus program. And it's meant to offer an above market interest rate to help the potential home buyer in their journey towards home ownership.
We've got great rates, especially for first-time home buyers. Here at First Federal Community Bank, we are here to make the home buying experience smooth and stress-free.
As a community bank, we're excited to offer this account to help fulfill the dream of owning a home. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Home and kitchen supply, we're building our future with you.
Contractors and do-it-yourselfers, this is Jeff Flowers from Home and Kitchen Supply, here to remind you that we are your best source for kitchens, baths, windows, doors, floors, and more. Quality products, friendly service, great prices. You owe it to yourself to give us a try. You will be glad you did. That's Home and Kitchen Supply, 163 North Diamond Street, downtown Mansfield. We're building our future with you.
Think it's time to wake 'em up. They've been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. You've been playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. Playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. So it's time to make a change. Yeah, it's time to break the chains. Yeah, it's time to bring the pain. Let them know, tell them we are not the same. I'm the one that got the flames. With my team, as you know, we come to slay. Let them know that we didn't come to play. Nah, we came to win. I'm ready for anything that they can bring. Bring it on, let me do my thing. I'm a giant.
Time now for your OH Report halftime show between Northmor and Galion, brought to you by First Federal Community Bank. What a first half we saw. Both teams flew out to some hot starts. That propelled a 25-19 first quarter in favor of the Golden Knights. Then it ended us here in the second quarter at a 42-35 score. We got a special message I see in our Facebook comment section from, I would assume, Blade Tackett. It says, Mrs. Tackett and baby Avery are happy and healthy. Great half from both squads. Wow. We love you, Knight Nation. Let's go get it this half. So Josh and I are going to say it again. We said it earlier in the broadcast, but congrats to the Tacketts on their newly born.
Yeah, congratulations to the Tacketts. Very glad to hear that baby and mom are doing well. And, I mean, he's exactly right. How about the first half that we just got to witness, Jonathan? You're going to see the numbers as we're going to get ready to pull them up. I mean, we're talking over 20 combined field goals, 13 combined three-pointers. And Jax Wenger, I'll mention it again, has missed one shot with his 21 points in the first half.
And it was a half-court heave at the end of the buzzer.
It was two people on him, and honestly, it had a chance to go in.
Yeah, you're right. It had a little bit of a chance. And then, yeah, you just doing the math here in my head, 30 field goals and 13 of them, nearly half of the buckets we saw fall in were threes. So just that kind of night, or that kind of afternoon for both of these teams. Northmor leading the way. Wenger, aforementioned, he has 21 to lead all scorers, 15 points for Christian Bear on the other end, the sophomore 6'3" forward for Galion. So right now, I think Galion, their game plan, they've executed it pretty well. It's just Northmor's hitting shots.
I think the game plan tonight, speaking with Coach Hartley and Coach Sanders for Galion earlier today, the game plan was don't let Jax Wenger beat us. And unfortunately, Jax Wenger is beating them. 21 of the 42, he's got half of the points. But again, it's just because he's athletic enough and he's smart enough on a basketball court to be able to get to his spot where he's comfortable and get a high IQ look.
So it looks like we'll be just about set to go for the third quarter. Before we do get to the third quarter, there's Coach Sanders talking to his team before the third starts. But thank you to all of our sponsors bringing us this coverage here this afternoon. We just do the streaming. They supply everything that we can do to get here and bring you this coverage. So thank you to Andy Bauer, your Edward Jones financial advisor. Whether you're planning for retirement, saving for college, grandchildren, or just trying to protect the financial future of the ones you care about most, Andy can develop specific strategies to help you achieve your goals. Also, thank you to First Federal Community Bank, your halftime sponsor today. Banking locally just got a little easier with First Federal Community Bank. North Central State College, providing individuals with the knowledge, skills, and inspiration to succeed in their chosen paths. Thank you also to the Northmor Athletic Boosters, raising funds to support our Golden Knights student athletes, coaches, and community. Go Knights. And then finally, thank you to Home and Kitchen Supply, your one-stop shop for kitchen and baths, windows, and doors since 1970. Here we go with the third quarter between Galion and Northmor, a crossroad rivalry as Galion will get the first shot up and miss a little bit short. Brubaker the rebound, and he's fouled with just 14 seconds off the clock.
Early foul there by Albert, kind of forced shot by Albert from the corner, first shot of the half. He had 20-plus the other night against Shelby, but he's not normally one of those kids that's going to score a bunch. Forced shot, maybe a couple more passes before that shot, but Northmor with possession.
Brubaker has his pocket picked. It'll go out of bounds, however. Good defense by Jamison Glue. If you're just joining us, the scoring went as this quarter by quarter, 25-19 Northmor in the first, 17-16 in the second. So defense picking up just a little bit, but still a high offensive affair so far in these proceedings as Brubaker has the basketball back out top.
I would say the key to the half is stopping Wenger, but A.J. Bauer's got himself two more, and when you stop one, you got two or three more that can do it to you for Northmor.
Yeah, what Bear basically gave him the baseline. He took it and laid it in for two with a nice little reverse. Catch and shoot for Jamison Glue. Still no threes yet in this half. Just a minute in. Here's another attempt from Galion. They're starting to get cold, it looks like. Not the sight you want to see for Coach Sanders.
Max Albert hustling for the rebound. Hits the floor hard, gets up.
So first 3 attempts from beyond the arc have missed so far here for Galion. They do, however, get the steal, and Bear lays it in.
Great job there by Bear to get the steal. Ends up in the hands of Glue. Glue's going to pick up a foul. Second one on the team here very early in the third quarter.
Yeah, it looks like we didn't even get it in the shot. It was such a quick foul on the inbound. And now we've got, it looks like, a violation.
Offensive foul.
Yeah. So Galion lucks out, gets the basketball back underneath the basket. We'll see Glue pass this one in, number 1 for Galion. Looking for Bear. He's cut off nicely by Wenger. Lobbed over outside the three-point line. Albert, the handoff. This is our player spotlight. Capretta so far today, scoreless, however. Albert rises, fires, and gets the lucky bounce.
Great move there by Max. Got to a strong hand, floated inside the lane, and finished, and it's right back to a 5-point game.
And now another foul. Already 3 team fouls in the quarter for Galion.
Wenger's just too quick to try to trap on the sideline. I mean, when he gets ahead of steam, his ability to handle the ball and his quickness, again, it comes from that football background.
So that was the 3rd foul on Max Albert, so that's something to keep an eye on if you are Galion, as there's a travel right by us here by Brubaker. That gives it back to Galion, so fouls stacking up for Galion, turnover stacking up for Northmor.
Their second here early in the third quarter. They had 2 in the entire first half.
Albert faces up at the free throw line, up and under. Just too much oomph on the shot, out of bounds, last off of Capretta.
Galion going to stay in this man press. Glue.
And there's another foul. 4th team foul for Galion in just 2 minutes of play in the third. And another one will go on Glue. That's going to be his second.
Yeah, his second. Early 2 for Jamison Glue.
But you know Coach Sanders, they're not going to let off on the pressure. Just got to try and get into this Northmor team, even with the fouls.
Glue doing a great job moving his feet. In the corner to Bauer.
No good, a little too short. Rebound by Glue. Down the floor, he leads the pass to Quinn Miller, who couldn't hang on. Scooped up by Brubaker.
The 9th turnover.
Trevor Black flies to the basket, counted and one. Trevor Black sneaks underneath the outstretched arm of Christian Bear, and he's got a chance for a 3-point play. Look at that beauty.
And how about the fact that we have 5.5 minutes left in quarter number 3, Jonathan? And the Northmor Golden Knights are at the line for 2 free throws on every foul for the rest of this quarter.
And they've come in bunches here today. Trevor Black makes it 47-39. He is now in double figures with 10, the second player to do so for the Golden Knights. Albert gets the switch with Langdon, gives it off to Capretta. Here's Miller, steps into a mid-range jumper at the right elbow. Rhythm shot for Galion.
Quinn Miller, again, one of those high shot guys. He's going to put up a lot of them, and when he gets in a rhythm, very, very good, crafty shooter.
Black's in a pickle, ends up getting it out. Langdon gives to Wenger. His first shot of the quarter is a circus shot that continues to fall for Jax Wenger, now at 23. Other way, catch and shoot. Miller, line drive 3 is a miss. Offensive rebound, however, gets Glue, an easy lane to the basket to lay it up with the left.
Hey, both teams are showing, hey, we don't have to shoot the 3 to score, as Glue's going to almost take it away from Wenger.
Wenger gets it back, drives baseline, and it's an offensive foul. Good positioning down low by Christian Bear.
If you look at that replay, I think you're getting ready to show. Bear thought about trying to block that. The previous play when the and one got called, Bear got yelled at by his coach for not stepping in and taking the charge. That time he slides over. He was really hesitant to take that charge from Jax Wenger, but he does.
I think Bear kind of looked over at Coach Sanders on his way back and said, "You like that better? You like that better?" I think Christian, yes, he did. Draw the offensive foul. That's the first on Jax Wenger. You're not trying to foul him out of the game at this point because he's nowhere near that. But
no.
Just trying to contain him any way you can, and an offensive foul does the job.
Kind of slows him down a little bit, forces him to think about it next time maybe, but again, only his first, so.
Capretta cut off, kicks it out, catch and shoot. Flynn nearly gets the bounce. Ends up in the hands of Jax. Gives it off Brubaker across the timeline. Bauer open again, missed the last three. He'll drive this time. No good off the back iron. Look at Bo Landon, sky in for the board.
Yeah, that's poor box out by the Tigers. Bo Landon gets the offensive rebound. Ends up in an easy bucket.
Still seeing a 1-3-1 from Northmor. And a timeout forced on the bobbled pass, or bobbled catch by Colton Flynn. We'll see Galion call one.
Yeah, Coach Sanders not very happy with the offensive effort, I think, so far here in the third quarter. Getting outscored 9-8, but it's been sloppy play. They haven't got quality looks. They've gotten several layups. Bears had a couple runouts. He had a putback. But they're not getting the quality shot attempts that they got in the first half.
Coach Sanders talking with his crew. Same thing can be said on the other side.
Yes, Northmor. Again, Jax Wenger's got 23. The circus shots is only shot. But it's you knock down one Northmor Golden Knight, and you've got Bo Landon, you've got A.J. Bauer, you've got all these other guys that can step in, and they can give you 10-plus points as well.
Galion will bring it out of the timeout. They will have 3 remaining. Northmore's got 4 timeouts left. As that ball hits the knee of A.J., will go out of bounds. They called it a kick violation anyways, but got to give a shout-out with Tackett, of course, not being in the picture today. Shout-out to Justin Maddox and then the rest of the coaching staff, Mark Wiseman, Lane Backhelder, who have kind of taken the reins. They've taken the next step up here just for today.
That's poked away. It's going to be a leak out for A.J. Bauer.
He will lay it up. Can't get it, but Brubaker right there with the follow.
Offensive rebound for Brubaker. Bauer couldn't finish, but the Knights are right there for the rebound and the putback, and it's a 10-point ball game now.
Yeah, Brent Walker with the nice pressure from Galion to force the first miss, just nobody was back with him. Colton Flynn holds it way out top with 3 minutes to go in the third.
Again, got to attack the weak point of the zone. That's
There's
a great job by Bo Landon. He's got a run out and an easy layup. Bo Landon's now to double figures with 11.
Biggest lead of the afternoon, 12 for this Northmor crew that now has Galion trapped in the corner. Good job by Parker Tinch to kind of just get that off of the knee of the defender out of bounds.
And again, when you're facing this 1-3-1, you have to stay away from the sideline, stay away from the corners, because they're going to trap you as soon as you touch the ball in that corner, as they did right there. Tinch throws it off the Golden Knights. Galion will keep possession, but Galion has to do a better job of executing their offense against this zone.
Long pass ends up with Miller. Him and Flynn play catch. Flynn hoists a 3, and he knocks it down. First 3 of the half for Galion.
I think Coach Sanders wanted to stay in that pressure defense they were in to start the quarter.
Quick first step for Brubaker. Tried to get it to Landon, who's still fighting for the basketball. Or no, that's actually Kincaid down there. Landon's on the bench. Out of bounds, it ends up going last off of Northmor.
That's the thing. You got it to 12 if you're Northmor. Galion gets it right back to 9. They can look to get it to 7 or 6 here.
Miller defended by Wenger. Hit on his blind side. That'll be a foul on Kaufman. So 13 foul for Northmor. That's his second, Kaufman.
Again, though, if you're Galion, you got to stay out of the corner. Quinn Miller catches that ball, dribbles right to that corner, maybe trying to get baseline. The trap, the help comes over. They get, luckily enough, get kind of bailed out with a foul.
Miller eyes up the zone, goes to the corner. 3 is left long, however, from Albert, and Jax Wenger brings it down. Hasn't been as involved offensively, but he hasn't needed it. Northmor has built quite the lead here in this third quarter as Cuffman bobbles it out of bounds.
4th third quarter turnover for the Golden Knights.
A minute and a half to go in the third. Thank you for joining us live and free on the OH Report. Jonathon Langdon alongside Josh Banks. Your camera operator today is Brandon Powell as we see Galion slow it up, just trying to dissect this 1-3-1 that has really hurt them so far. And the only thing they've kind of had to respond to it is just shooting up a ton of threes. It worked in the first half. Second half, not so much, as this time Colton Flynn drives and draws a foul.
Flynn will step to the line for 2. And like you said, they're really struggling offensively to find anything against this zone. With Christian Bear being not on the floor, Albert's done a great job of getting some offensive rebounds as he collected one there. But they're just struggling to do anything offensively.
Free throws missed. That also hurts you. That's your first missed free throw of the night.
Second attempt.
We'll get a second here. Flynn, the 5'10 sophomore guard. Misses the second as well. Could not get either. Score stays 55-46. Trying to get to a double-figure lead again here, Northmor, with a minute to go. Black picks up his dribble, nearly turned it over, gets it back, and goes to Jax. Brubaker, catch and shoot from the right wing. Northmor has a 12-point lead again.
And that's Jax Wenger making a play for his teammates. Got to that high elbow, nothing there, kicked it to Brubaker, who catch and shoot, knocked it down.
Galion had a couple of good looks. They decided to keep passing it around. 30 seconds left now. Albert keeps his pivot and finds Flynn, whose name has been mentioned a lot here in this third quarter. 15 seconds left. Galion will have the last shot. Quinn Miller holds it with 7 left. Gives it back to Flynn. Flynn across the screen. 3 seconds left. Gives it off. Tinch for 3 at the buzzer. Cannot get it from the right wing. And that will end this third quarter. Money time coming up. Northmor 58, Galion 46.
First Federal Community Bank is excited to be entering its second year of media sponsorship for local nonprofits.
We've partnered with Crawford County Now to offer nonprofits a podcast and a radio spot.
First Federal Community Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Northmor took the third quarter 16-11. The scoring has slowed down a bit here in the last few minutes. Both sides, they combined to hit 13 threes in the first half, just 2 for each, or 1 for each team, for a total of 2 in that third. Northmor up 58-46. Zip pass ends up out of the hands by Bowers, so another turnover for Northmor to start this fourth.
They're 6th here in the second half.
Miller holds it on the right wing as Galion has their first possession of this final frame. Catch and shoot, Max Albert gets the 3, a big one to fall early in the quarter. That gets you down to a 9-point deficit.
That's a huge shot by Max. He missed his last 3 or 4 attempts from range. Still confidently catch and shoot.
Albert's got 8 points. We see a timeout called by Northmor as there was some chaos in the corner.
Coach Maddox gets that timeout, and that's a great timeout by Coach Maddox. Almost another turnover, and that one could have been costly because you could have went from 9-6, 9-7, and a run in the process for Galion.
So in the timeout field, both teams are even, 3 to go. What I was about to say was Max Albert, after hitting that 3, has 8 points. He leads all of the players on the floor right now in scoring. You've also got 6 points from Parker Tinch on 2 threes, both in the second quarter. 5 points from your guard, Jamison Glue, and then 4 points for Quinn Miller. Still have not seen Christian Bear in a while.
Haven't seen him at all in the second half.
Yeah. Northmor holds after the timeout. They get it in to Wenger.
Wenger guarded by Capretta now. New matchup.
Gets it off. Bauer hoists a 3, and he cans it. Big shot. But it looks like we may have a technical on AJ for the celebration. You'll see the celebration here on the second look.
I think it's the point at the player. Something was said, I do believe.
But AJ does pick up the tech. And shooting free throws here, Quinn Miller. He makes the first. Boos from the crowd on our side, of course. Northmor faithful, not big fans of that call.
I don't know that I'm in disagreement with them. I mean, you see kids all the time when they knock down a big shot, they'll throw the 3 up, celebrate like that.
Not sure what was unique about that time.
I'm unless there was something said. That's the only thing I can think of from our standpoint where we're at.
Well, it brings Galion a couple points closer. They're down 10, 61-51. Baseline drive for Albert.
Great take there by Max, got baseline.
That's a huge 4-point swing for the Tigers. A foul.
But Max is not going to pick up number 4.
Yep. A foul as Brubaker went across the timeline. And as you said, the 4th foul for Albert. Northmor today, these two teams have played 11 times. If Northmor can win today, that would split the all-time series at 6.
As we'll see Bear off the bench now for Albert with him picking up number 4.
Brubaker catches the inbound from the sideline. Bear plays some tight defense. Both teams just 1 foul in the quarter. 6.5 to go. Feed, Langdon inside, gets the lucky roll. Thought he missed it a little too hard off the glass, but he does get it to fall. He's up to 13 on the night.
And that's the assist from Wenger.
Step through, floater, foul called. Nice penetrating drive by Glue. He's going to shoot 2.
Jamison Glue does a great job again. Both teams doing a great job of getting the shots that they want. Northmor just a little bit more successful here in the second half and knocking them down.
Glue's got 10 here so far in this game. Make it 11 as he makes the first. Foul in the foul category, players to watch. Nobody really in trouble of fouling out. 2 fouls each for both Cole Cuffman and Trevor Brubaker as this ball ends up out of bounds on the miss, and Northmor will take over. So those 2 with fouls for Northmor. And then on Galion's end, you've got Bear with 2, and then also the guy who shot the free throws, Glue, he's got 2 as well.
And then you've got Albert on the bench with 4. So a little bit of foul trouble on the Tigers side.
Bauer thought about a 3, hit one from there just a few minutes ago. Instead gives Cole Cuffman, drives right to the basket and dragged that pivot. So that will be a travel. We'll go the other way.
The 10th turnover of the night for the Golden Knights.
Under 6 minutes to go in money time. Northmor 63, Galion 54 in this non-conference bout on a fun Federal Holiday Monday In and out on the 3 for the Tigers. Northmor corrals the rebound with Bo Langdon.
Bo Langdon soars for that rebound.
Kaufman turned it over on the last possession, takes a couple dribbles, gives it off to Bauer. Wenger still being face guarded, so they'll go instead to Langdon inside. Nearly lost it. Brubaker picks up his dribble and now back out top. Clock is ticking.
Blue.
Kaufman through 2 draws a foul. It's on the floor. That one will go on Parker Tinch.
His first.
Box set up on the baseline inbound. And it leaves to a wide open Langdon, but nice recovery by Barry, blocks it out of bounds.
Christian Bear's got 2 of those tonight now. A great block here, great recovery. Bo Langdon had a wide open layup. I think they'll take 3
out of the
from 2.
replay, apologies, there's a 3 that falls for Northmor to make it 66-54. Mid-range jumper on the other end. Galion responds, brings it back to 10. So that's kind of where Galion's been sitting and not been able to get much closer than 8.
Yeah, they haven't been able to get it under 8. But look at the scoring balance for the Golden Knights. Yes, Jax Wenger has 23. Brubaker's got 10. Bauer's got 10. Langdon's got 13. And then Black, who's been on the bench, I believe he's in double figures as well.
Very well balanced scoring today. Backdoor cut. Wenger can't get it too strong. Langdon the follow.
Bo Langdon doing big things.
Other way, Galion responds with a 3. So the scoring starting to pick up yet again, this time in the 4th. Wenger, lead pass. And Langdon loses it again out of bounds. And this will be Northmor basketball. See a second look here.
It looked
maybe
like
off
Langdon,
of the foot.
I was going to say, unless it was off of the leg, it looked like Langdon just completely lost that one.
Under 4 minutes now in the 4th. Brubaker with 10 on the evening. Gives down low, Langdon, another catch and another reverse. Northmore's up to 70. And a quick response the other end. Galion scores 2 points right back. So back to a 9-point game, 70-61.
Galion needs a stop, a score, and a stop right now to get themselves. You want to get this, I'd say, to the 5-point mark before the 2-minute warning. Before you get to that 2-minute spot, try to get it to 5.
So a timeout here, as it looked like Coach Maddox wasn't happy in the defensive setup, or actually, yeah, the defensive setup that gave the easy points to Galion on the other end. Because that's been the trend the last couple of possessions. Northmor will score, Galion goes on the other end and scores within 10 seconds.
Yeah, you had a pull-up 3 from Glue on the possession prior. That time he catches it. Parker Tinch gets down the floor. He's got a wide-open layup. We see it. And we talk about it. I talk about it with a lot of people. You know, you talk about the NBA level, even the college level. Defense isn't really one of those things that's, I wouldn't say taught, but played anymore. And we're kind of seeing that here tonight. We got 70 points, and there's still 3.5 minutes left. You could see Northmor score another 10, maybe 15, and Galion could get to that 70 mark too.
Yeah, especially if we start playing the free throw game.
Absolutely.
Late down the stretch. Shout out to the
Absolutely.
Northmor student section on camera right now. Looks like it's America Day for them. On a fitting day, of course.
Fitting day to go red, white, and blue.
Just feels like today there's so much going on. There's, of course, the inauguration that I believe is probably wrapped up by this point.
Started at 8 a.m., I would think it is.
And it's just a federal holiday, MLK Day, national championship game tonight. And look at us, we're here at work today. Another turnover by Northmor.
We don't take days off, Jonathan.
There's no days off, except for Christmas. Nobody could get me to work on Christmas. No. I'll have that soundbite for later on in my career if I ever work a game. on Christmas Day. Galion drives to the cup, no good. Rebound Bear, and he lays it in with the left.
Now it's down to 7. Wenger's going to get it.
Bear's got 19 as there's a foul, and that'll be another one on Glue, who has stacked them up here in this second half. He's got 3 now in the game.
But again, that's just Jamison Glue trying to run down the sideline with Jax Wenger. The big thing that I wish would be taught more is don't try to beat a player to the ball, beat the player to the spot. Instead of running side by side with him, try to get ahead of him and beat him to the spot that he's trying to get to.
And then from there, it's weight room.
Yeah, exactly.
Northmor gets the basketball back into play. 3 minutes to go as Cuffman dribbles with his left hand and gives it back here to Jax Wenger. 23 points, not much here in the second half.
2 points.
But yeah, as I've said, they haven't really needed him to score too much. Everybody else has stepped up here in the final 2 quarters. Especially this guy right here, Bo Langdon. Cross-court pass. Ball ends up with Cuffman on a baseline drive. And nice composure. Before I say that, deflection out by Bear. But yeah, good composure by Northmor. Just taking some time off the clock. You've now got 2:16 left with a 7-point lead.
And Northmor content, hey, look, they're getting on a little run here. Are the Tigers? Don't force anything. Get a layup if we're going to get a shot.
Jack stops at the 3-point line and lobs it back out to Brubaker. Glue forced to play some tight defense. He could potentially pick up his 4th foul. Under 2 minutes now. Cuffman dribbles to the middle, retreats.
They're content. They will dribble 2 minutes out of this clock if Galion lets them.
Some great clock management from Northmor late in this game. Langdon gets it right back to a guard. Wenger dribbles through 2, skies in the air, gets the ball right back. 1:30 left. Langdon has an open lane, wisely holds up.
No layups, no shots.
And now we see a foul, as that was the best possession of the night, and they didn't even score points.
No, that was a almost minute-and-a-half possession, no points needed. Now, if you're Coach Sanders, how long do you wait to foul? You know they're going to hold the ball. They're not going to force a shot. You almost have to foul right away and start playing the free throw game very, very early.
Tinch fouled on the last one. That's his 2nd, and he'll have to defend Cuffman here. Game slowly going away from Galion. There's another foul on Tinch, and that will be free throws.
Cuffman will go to the line to shoot the free throws.
So we've entered that portion of the game. 70-63, Northmor the lead.
5 of 8 on the season.
Did not play against Mount Gilead in their last game, but here he is getting minutes and converting when they need him. First free throw falls.
Knocking down big free throws, and now everybody on the floor for the Golden Knights has scored a bucket.
Second free throw just off. Not enough on it. Galion, other way. Bear throws it right to Jax Wenger.
Tried to get it to Tinch.
And a block off the backboard. Good job by Bear to recover. Leads the 4-on-3. Step into the lane. Miller misses the layup. And
Wenger.
Northmor secures. And then now an intentional foul. So this is where free throw game intensifies, as that's the 4th now on Glue.
Trevor Brubaker going to the line, 64% on the season.
Second leading scorer for this team, 15 points a game. Just 10 today, makes it 11. Makes it 72-63. So Trevor, first time I got to see this Northmor team this year was against East Knox on the road, and Brubaker led the way in scoring. He's been very reliable this season as he knocks down both free throws accordingly and makes this now a 10-point game.
Jax Wenger has another steal.
And he is going to look to dribble this out. We'll see if there is another foul coming.
Doesn't look like there will be.
What a night for Northmor. Ball's taken away, however. Stepping into a three, A.J. Power says no. I'm sorry, Jax Wenger says no. And that will do it. With under 10 seconds left, nobody will contest Galion. Northmor 73, Galion 63. It's a final. Give you one more look at the end there. This is a nice steal by Glue. Tried to pull up for three, and absolutely not, said Jax Wenger. And it's now a final. Northmor evens the all-time series with Galion at 6-6 in their 12th meeting this year. Big win for Northmor. They improved to 8-3 on the year. Galion falls to 2-11 on the season. We'll be back with our MVP live and free on the OH Report.
First Federal Community Bank is excited to be entering its second year of media sponsorship for local nonprofits.
We've partnered with Crawford County Now to offer nonprofits a podcast and a radio spot.
First Federal Community Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hey, Travis, what's up?
Oh, not much. What's that sound?
Just working on some long overdue improvements here. Whoa. Fit for a Hall of Famer.
Hi, I'm Joe Baylog. Tune into the Joe Show every Wednesday night here on the OH Report.
First Federal Community Bank is excited to offer the Ohio Home Buyers Plus program. And it's meant to offer an above market interest rate to help the potential home buyer in their journey towards home ownership.
We've got great rates, especially for first-time home buyers. Here at First Federal Community Bank, we are here to make the home buying experience smooth and stress-free.
As a community bank, we're excited to offer this account to help fulfill the dream of owning a home. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Home and kitchen supply, we're building our future with you.
Contractors and do-it-yourselfers, this is Jeff Flowers from Home and Kitchen Supply, here to remind you that we are your best source for kitchens, baths, windows, doors, floors, and more. Quality products, friendly service, great prices. You owe it to yourself to give us a try. You will be glad you did. That's Home and Kitchen Supply, 163 North Diamond Street, downtown Mansfield. We're building our future with you.
And time for your post-game show. We'll recap this one between Northmor and Galion. The Golden Knights here at home get the win. Final score 73-63. Jonathon Langdon, Josh Banks here tagging along, and just talk about this game. It was an offensive shootout to start. It was a combined 13 threes in the first half. Things kind of wallowed down in that department towards the end, but Northmor, they closed it out, got it done, held a pretty big lead for most of the second half, and they just took it from there.
Yeah, and it was play by committee. The first half, Jax Wenger has 21 points. He really dominates everything. The second half, he has 2, and they extend their lead, and they win by double figures. Langdon, I mean, anybody that stepped on the floor was doing well for them tonight, and they could literally do no wrong on the offensive end.
Yeah, so big night. You see the numbers here, just a combined 19 threes for both of these teams. So a solid performance there. Turnovers stacked up on Northmor a little bit towards the end, but still I think pretty good in that department. Galion, I think this was one of the better games they've had this season, especially in non-conference play, to keep up with Northmor, but just towards the end the threes stopped falling, and that's where they fell behind and couldn't get back into it.
They had 8 threes in the first half. They finished with 11 for the game, so only successfully knocked down 3 threes in half number 2. That's really where Northmor was able to expand that lead, was based off of those missed shots.
So we're going to take one quick break. We've got both the interim coach just for one day for Northmor, and then also our MVP. They have just joined us upstairs. We'll come back and take a break.
Josh Banks back here inside the castle with our North Central State College MVP senior Jax Wenger. Hey, you did a lot of these on the football field. You've done a couple of them on a basketball court now. Just what's it like for you guys to continue that winning tradition that Coach Tackett started, Coach Armros continued on the football field, and now you guys get to do it together again your senior year on the basketball court?
Those coaches know how to make programs for sure. You know, Coach Armros comes here. Shout out to Coach Armros. Comes here. I mean, does great things with the football program. Obviously, without him, we wouldn't have had all that success. And then, you know, recently Coach Tackett comes here too. He starts building a winning program. First year wasn't great, but you know, we got a conference championship, district title game appearances. So, you know, they're installing programs that know how to win, and we're the players buy into that for sure. And it's worked out well for us.
Now, we were just talking about it on the night for you. You finished with 23 points. 4 steals, probably 5 or 6 assists, who knows how many rebounds. Really a complete game for you. But that first half, you had 21. What was it like for you to know, hey, you only scored 2 points in the second half, but you guys extended that lead because you can trust your guys?
Yeah, definitely. It's great having all those guys around me. You know, Trevor Brubaker, AJ, we know they can score, you know, great amount of points. Bo, he had 17 tonight, something like that. So I only had 2 in the second half, but my teammates obviously picked up well, and we got out with the win.
What was it like for you guys? You lost this game last year on a buzzer beater. What was it like to come out? You knew what to expect. You kind of executed everything well, especially in the second half. I don't think I've ever seen a first half all year this year score as many points as you two teams did in the first half. You really slowed them down in the second half, and you guys really kept your offense rolling. What was the talk like from Coach Maddox and the staff at the halftime break to really get you guys kind of refocused defensively?
Yeah, we were playing well offensively, but defensively, obviously, we gave up I don't know how many threes to them, which obviously wasn't something that we, you know, completely expected. So we had to go in there, you know. Coach got on us a little bit. Obviously, we got to pick our defense up. We've been definitely working on that recently because that's been one of our struggles is defense. I thought we rebounded well in the first and second half. We rebounded pretty well all game. But they were just knocking down shots. We weren't, hustling, having energy, closing out. So once we got those things rolling and fixed in the second half, we were good to go.
All right, last question I'll ask you before you shout outs. What's it going to take for you guys to finish out strong in KMAC play, knock off Fredericktown, and make another district championship run?
Yeah, Fredericktown and Cardington, they're two good teams that we're going to have to knock off, obviously, if we want a shot at the title. They came, Fredericktown, we went there. We lost the game to them, so we know second time around we need to be prepared for that. Obviously the goal is always a conference championship, so we'll focus on that and then worry about the tournament when it gets here.
All right, guys. Jax, you know how this works. Camera's looking right at you already. Go ahead and shout out whoever you want.
Shout out to Coach Tackett and Mrs. Tackett. He wasn't here because they had their baby today, so congrats, guys.
Which was successful. Baby and mom are both healthy. He shouted you guys out in a comment on Facebook.
Nice. Thanks, Coach.
All right, that's our North Central State College MVP, senior Jax Wenger.
First Federal Community Bank is excited to be entering its second year of media sponsorship for local nonprofits.
We've partnered with Crawford County Now to offer nonprofits a podcast and a radio spot.
First Federal Community Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Back inside the First Federal post-game show with victorious interim coach for one game, Justin Maddox. Hey, so we were just talking about it. The second half for you guys was huge. What it mean for you to be able to go in the locker room, talk to the boys, and they come out and execute that second half the way they did?
It's nice to have that. We talk about it all the time. The guys that we have, we've had them for a while, been in this program. They kind of understand what we want out of them. It's nice to look at them and just be able to make adjustments. They're all locked in. They're focused on what we need to do in the second half. And the thing is it's not just we don't have guys that just listen. We have guys that execute what we talk about. So it's really nice for us to make a couple adjustments, be able to jump in and out of a few different defenses, and those guys come out and execute. We talked about it all last week, even over the weekend when we kind of knew Coach Tackett wasn't going to be here, that it doesn't really change anything. They're the guys that go out on the floor, that go out and compete. They're the ones that execute, do the things that we ask them. We just try to put them in the right situations, right positions, and they're the ones that go out and do the things that we ask them. And for us to do it with the way we do it, with the guys that we do it with, it's pretty impressive. And I'm really proud of their execution and the way that they played tonight.
We just spoke with Jax, our MVP tonight, but really for you, Jax had 21 in the first half. He only goes for 2 in the second half. You have 5 guys in double figures. I've been around high school basketball a while, just like you have. It's hard-pressed to beat a team at this level when they put 5 guys over that 10-point mark.
That's right. It absolutely is. And that, again, it just goes back to it is guys know that, we want to put Jax and Brubaker and our leading scorers in the right positions to try to get shots, but when it comes down to it, those guys have to make plays, and they do it night in and night out. Jax could go get 21 in the first half, and then I don't even know that they really did they made some adjustments, but they were doing the same thing in the first half. It's just Jax has that knowledge that I'm not going to really push myself or go out of my comfort zone to try to force some shots. I'm going to just do what the game tells me to do, and I'll find open guys. He makes the right passes. Brubaker makes the right passes. We just have guys that make the right plays night in and night out, and it's nice to have that. Not as a backup plan. It's our plan. Is if a guy gets hot, we want to feed him, and if not, we know the other guys are going to step up. And like you said, it's just really tough to beat a team that has a lot of weapons, has guys that can go out and get double-digit points in a night. And we talk about it all the time. The guys that we have on the floor, they may have different roles if they were on a different team, but for this team, they have roles, and they always step up, go above and beyond those roles all the time. So again, just can't say how proud I am of those guys.
All right, so I'm sure you've already heard from Coach Tackett. He did shoot us a message telling you guys to go get a win. Mom and baby are healthy. What's it mean for you to just be a part, you guys together, to be a part of what you've built here and made this program into since it's become that staff?
Oh, Blade's done a great job. I mean, he does a great job of allowing his coaches. He allows us to talk to him, give him input. But, when it really comes down to it, he's the one that has really built this program. And he's done a great job over the last 5 years. And like I told the guys, it's just another game. He's put us in the right positions that when he, has the opportunity to have his third child, that he can't make it to a game. And he's built this program to where, when he's out or whatever, that they know the same expectations are set for them. So it's great. It's a happy time for those kids. Those kids, love his family. They're around a lot. So it's nice for them to want to go out and compete, even though when they know he can't be here. But, he knows, they all know that he's watching. And he was even sending me some texts, and I don't know why I didn't get them. I would have made the adjustments that he was telling while he was texting me, but unfortunately I didn't get them straight to my Apple Watch. But, it's great. I'm really happy to be a part of this program because I really do think that we do a lot of good things, and it's nice to be a part of it.
All right, Coach. I'll let you get out of here. We got some football to go watch tonight, I think.
Absolutely.
Go ahead and get some shout-outs for me.
Just Coach Tackett, man. I'm happy for him. I'm proud that, he gets this opportunity and has some good things going in his life. So shout out to him. Shout out to the guys and our community. This game, it almost didn't have a chance to happen, so I'm glad it did. I'm glad we got to play early before the Ohio State games, and both coaches sort of agreed on playing this game a little bit earlier in the day.
All right, that's our victorious interim coach, Justin Maddox. Hey, congrats on the win. Good luck the rest of the year. We'll see you guys.
Thank you.
We'll come back. We're going to go ahead and wrap things up here. Jonathon Langdon, play-by-play producer. Brandon Powell on camera. I'm Josh Banks. I did color today. Thank you to all of our sponsors. We couldn't do what we do without you guys allowing us to bring you live and free high school sports. And everybody enjoy an Ohio State football game tonight. Go Bucks, and stay safe.
Heck yeah. Congratulations to the Northmor Knights. They get the win here today. One final thank you to our sponsors, Andy Bauer, your Edward Jones financial advisor in Mount Gilead. Thank you to First Federal Community Bank, North Central State College, the Northmore Athletic Boosters, and Home and Kitchen Supply. That'll do it for us here from Northmore High School. We'll see you next time, live and free on the OH Report.